Hey guys, what's up? We're back again, and this episode is going to be only a little bit less boring than the last episode, of course. As you saw, a whole bunch of... It's really loud. Give me... Oh, wait, doesn't matter for you. But as you saw, oh wow, I cleared out a whole bunch of space down here, because I'm assuming this is the amount of space we're going to be needing to do our work. And this is also as close to the surface as I could have dug that out there. So I'll have to work around that. But as I mentioned last time, this is a door right here. This is going to go down, and so our wiring is going to be right below this. It's going to be centered around that. And what you're actually seeing right now is a design I made very recently just for this. And it may or may not be the best design possible. Most likely not the best design possible. I don't know about other designs that work the same way, and whether they may be smaller. Yeah, but anyway, so before we get into that, I should probably put some resources together, and then we can do some decorations first. And yep, so cool. Alright, so we're back at the inside of our first little entrance room here, sort of like the foyer. I may have made some changes since last time. I don't remember. Did I even have this finished? I really don't remember. It was more than a week ago already. But, yeah, so I'm going to just do some basic decorations as I talk about my day. Okay, so first off, big news. I turned in my critical analysis today, and that's awesome. I mean... Like, I could have had, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half to do that. Definitely could have had 3 weeks to do it. But, I mean, I had like a month and a half, 2 months? And so, for whatever reason, that just really overcomplicated the whole thing. And it made it to be a bigger effort than I wanted it to be. I think I'm going to have that go in right there. I'm going to put some of this spruce wood behind it. Anyway, so it made it out to be a whole lot more effort than it should have been. And that was, I swear, that was like 5 hours, 4, 5, 6 hours every single night working on that for a few weeks there. I mean, obviously not the whole time that I was given. But yeah, ooh, I like that. I'm gonna do that all over the place. So, now that that's over with, I'm basically done with school, and may as well be. That was like my entire high school career, just because it was hyped up to be so much more difficult than it actually would have been if I would have just been given a more reasonable amount of time. And I mean, by more reasonable, I mean less time. I was given too much time, and so for that, it just made it a lot harder for me. But now I've got some other projects to do. I gotta find preferably a World War II veteran. That's highly unrealistic. Let's see. I'm gonna do like a little chair and table combo here. Anyway, I think that's highly unrealistic because I don't think it would be appropriate for me to comment on that. Why that's unrealistic should be obvious. But nonetheless, I do need to find at least a veteran and interview them for my history class, my American history class. Yeah. Buttons! So yeah, those are going to be the 2 buttons to open this door up right here. And I'm going to go ahead and start building that. Okay, so I finished building it, and here it is. Actually, I'm super duper surprised here because this did not take me but 30 minutes to build. But no, like seriously, I was expecting this to take me way more than that. I thought this was going to take me like an hour. I'm not done, of course. I still need the mode control unit that will be hooked up to this button right here. And again, that will control between automatic to manual to locked completely. It does work right now. I don't have it hooked up to here, as you should probably be able to tell. But here it is. We can turn it on. And even though, I figured it wouldn't work because of all the lag, but it turns out it works just fine. Even though the sounds don't play when they should. Like that. That doesn't sound right, but it apparently is. And you can see our door now opens and closes, and we can build ourselves a daylight sensor. Don't remember how to do that, but I'll do that later anyway, because I want to conjure up a clever way to place that so that it's not like, I don't know. I just want to put it in a good place. So I'm going to actually totally finish off the wiring now, but I figured you'd like an update. Excuse me. And then what I'll do is, instead of just showing you the wiring, I'll also rebuild it in creative mode, which won't take me but like 10 minutes. I'll just copy it all down, because I already have this in creative mode, so I can just add the rest onto it. And so I'll show you that, and then before I show you anything else, so you can see exactly what I've done more easily. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is the circuit I just built. I have not rebuilt it yet, and I have not, well, obviously I haven't recorded that part yet, so I don't know how long that recording's going to be, so I'm going to assume that whoever did this is going to die. I'm going to assume it's over. Anyway, so, okay, I just spent about 2 hours on that, and let's get something straight. Seriously, it was about 20 minutes, and then there was one block that I placed wrong, and it screwed me. In the process, the door broke several times, and I wound up breaking several repeaters and several blocks of redstone, and so I had to find those each time, and it was just like I was thinking that was the problem, but it wasn't. It turns out I missed one single block, but this is all I'm going to record today, so I'm going to go ahead and just show this to you. Well, I'm going to have more tomorrow. Yeah, so, in the nighttime, this will turn on right before mobs start spawning, and in the daytime, right around when they stop spawning, it'll open. Actually, yeah, well, whenever that is, it'll open in the daytime, basically. But it has 3 modes. Right now, it's in a fully automatic sort of mode, but I can press this once, and now it's in a manual sort of mode, and it has the same effect as if it were in constantly in nighttime. I want to make this more complicated, but I'm not going to do that here. I have another kind of door that's more interesting that I can do that with, but basically, or do this with, is basically in the daytime, if I press this button, it toggles states indefinitely. But in the nighttime, it opens for a short period of time. That's what happens here. So when it's in manual mode, I'd at least like for it to just, maybe if it's in manual mode, just always toggle, but instead it's just going to act like this. And so just enough time to get in and out. It's kind of slow, that's why I don't want it to always be manual, but I mean, it's really not that bad. Actually, it's not too slow. This mode is a locked mode. So you heard it was a higher pitch, higher note. It does not do anything, and you can hear there's still a piston down there. I gotta cut that off so that doesn't screw anything up. Press the button again, and now it's in the automatic mode, and because it's daytime, it opened. If it were nighttime, obviously it would not open. And so that is the door. Pretty excited about that. I think Nick and maybe the other guy who was on, I forgot. I know somebody else is on. I've been so distracted. I'm sorry if you're watching this. I really have no idea who I was talking to earlier because I was so focused on this. But anyway, I know they all think I'm an idiot. So I got it working. There was one block I had wrong, and I'll show you actually which one it was in case you happen to remember. It was this one. See how that's on a slab? It's supposed to be on a slab. It was a normal block. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to get back to recording tomorrow. Okay, so I'm back. I don't know if you've already seen all of this wiring, but here it is if you haven't seen it all. It's been a few days. I don't really remember what I had recorded previously, but I don't think I have much else I can do today. Oh, hey, sorry I didn't respond before. I was AFK. Not K, bro. Do that. Whoops. Anyway, somebody left this sign here. 1 second. Anyway, so this is not my dog. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, this is awesome. It's closed because it's nighttime, all that stuff. I don't want a little bit of space over here. I definitely want to have some sort of room over here. I don't know if it's going to be storage or if it's going to be somewhere where I can sleep, or maybe this will be some sort of... It'll help me get down there somehow, down into the mines. I have no idea what this is going to function as. There's also going to be another room over here, of course, and those need to branch into more rooms, so perhaps one of these could even be a hallway. I don't know, but in the meantime, the episode is almost over. So, 1 second. So, before we go, since it is the end of the episode, or all that I'm going to do for this week, you know, I have no idea how much I'm going to do next week. But since it is, I figured I'd go ahead and show this. This is the little circuit I used instead of a 3-way T flip-flop, which is the second candidate, obviously. I didn't use that, though, because the easiest 3-state T flip-flop to build uses pistons, which just add a little bit more noise, and I really didn't want to have more delay before a note plays or anything like that, so that I didn't have to hear a note at the same time as pistons going off or anything like that, because I just didn't like that. So, plus this is really cool. I mean, I'm sure this could be compacted a little bit, but it can also be expanded in obvious ways. This is basically that shift register you see everybody use, except for, you know, with the new repeater locking stuff. Anyway, it's pretty simple. So this functions as like an inverse signal shortener. Just 4 ticks later, it sends a pulse in, and each time it does that, it's long enough for the signal to get through one of these. But on the third time, we have this one a little bit shorter, so it can get through a little bit sooner. It is going to lock this signal limiter so that all of these have the time to turn off before 3 ticks later when this turns on again. That's after this is after this repeater turns on again, locking this again, or I guess after this button is unpressed, or anyway, it turns back on and it doesn't do any. I don't know. It basically allows it to be reset. I don't know. I can't express this kind of thing through words. Anyway, it's pretty cool. I don't think you can hear this right now because I don't exactly have this set up properly, but nonetheless, that's exactly how it works right there. So, thanks for watching, guys. I have no idea when I'll get the next episode out. I mean, obviously sometime next week, because that's how I'm doing it. I thought I'd give you an update on my LP. Definitely am working on that. I finished the reed farm, collected several more stacks of iron, lots of diamonds, and found some spawners and all that stuff. Lots of good stuff. Went to the nether. Anyway, typical Minecraft LP stuff that's not exactly interesting. So as soon as I have all those resources that I want, or at least a good bit of them, I will be back with my LP. For this series, I will see you guys in a few days.